Alrighty, baseball fans, we got a midnight game of baseball going on here. This 2016 Cleveland Indians taking on the Detroit Tigers from Progressive Field in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. This is a game from May 5th, 2016. And we're going to be doing, we just played the Fall Classic with the Excel sheets and everything kind of on the computer. Now we decided we're going to show you the difference here. We're just going to use the card and dice and the fast action deck here and roll it this way this time, just to give you guys a little bit of variety. And we'll just cut it a couple more times here and we'll get ready to start. So first thing we need to do is find out how our pitchers are. So Trevor Bauer here. Let's look at Trevor Bauer. Flip these upside down so it's a little easier for me to see. So on the D20 he rolled a 20. Well, that's not very good. What about Michael Fulmer? Michael Fulmer rolled a 9, so he's going to have a normal day. Trevor Bauer is going to actually have a bad day. So let's get to the game. We're in the top of the first inning. It's Kinsler against Trevor Bauer, right-hander Trevor Bauer. So far in the season, let's turn that off for a second. Trevor Bauer on this season is 1-0. He's only pitched 11.1 innings. Get him 10 hits, 2 home runs, 3 runs, 1 walk, 10 strikeouts, a 2.38 ERA, which isn't bad. So let's get to it. So Kinsler steps in first. In the first inning, we need a 14. 14 is a strikeout. So 1 up, 1 down. And due up is going to be J.D. Martinez. J.D. says 21. 21 says Steve. Right, 3 called. 2 up, 2 down. And that's going to bring up Miguel Cabrera. He rolled a 44, and that is going to be a possible either double or single. We need to flip up another card to see what the D20 is. That is a 13. That is going to be a single, just outside the double. He's got a 1-12 double. So 13 is going to be a single by Cabrera. And that brings up Victor Martinez. 1 man on, 2 outs, top of the first. And he rolled a 31. Blank 31 is going to be a single. Single, and with a single, let's see here. He is going to hold first to third base. So on the single, that's going to put 2 runners on. And we have got to go with Justin Upton 2 on 2 outs now. Justin Upton says 25. 25 will be an out. We'll flip up the next card to see what kind of out. He's going to line it out to the pitcher. Or refer to the white die from the original die roll. In this case, it would be, well, we can just say it's a line out to 1. Yeah, pitcher. We'll go with that. Lines it back to the pitcher. And Cleveland gets out of the jam. So Trevor Bauer gets to the top of the first. We go to the bottom of the first. And it is Raji Davis. Hey, David Little. What's going on, my friend? Good to see you. Raji Davis. Little midnight baseball here for you. So Raji Davis against Michael Fulmer, the right-hander. So Raji Davis is going to roll a 62, which is blank. We look at his chart. That'll be an out. And it's going to be a ground out to second. We'll call that a 4-3 put out. Yeah, 1 up, 1 down. Brandon Baker, how you doing? Good to see you. Hope everyone's having a good evening. Jason Kipnis is up. And Jason rolls a 34. Blank 34 is going to be base hit back up the middle. Single by Kipnis. And Cleveland has their first man aboard. That brings up Francisco Lindor here, bottom of the first inning. We got no score here at Progressive Field. Francisco says 54. That's going to go to the 54 chart. The 54 chart is going to be this card. The back of the cards has that. So we have men on base. So we got to check for wild pitch or pass ball rating. If the pitcher wild pitch rating is a 4, falls within that category, it'll be a wild pitch. Michael Fulmer, wild pitch is a 4. So just barely a wild pitch by Fulmer, and that is going to move the man to second. So Kipnis makes it to second on the play. So Lindor gets another swing at it. And Lindor, 51, that's going to be a defensive check. In this case, it's going to be the shortstop error check. Shortstop error check is going to be for Detroit. That is going to be Mike Aviles. He's got an error rating of 18. Oh boy, that's not going to be good. We need a 20-sided roll, and that is a 9. That will be an error, and in this case, it's going to be a one-base error. So error on the shortstop. And that's going to put runners at the corners with 1 out here for Cleveland. Go back to my other screen here. So Lindor is aboard, and that brings up Michael Brantley. 2 on, 1 out, and he rolls a 16. 16 will be an out. And the out will be a fly out to center, and third to home will hold unless he has a weak arm. Center fielder today is Romine. Austin Romine has a strong arm, so runners will hold. Fly ball center field. 2 away. That brings up Mike Napoli. Napoli says 32 blank. 32 will be an out. And it's going to be a fly out to right field. And we've gone through 1 inning. No score here at Progressive Field. And it's going to be Nick Castellanos versus Trevor Bauer in the top of the 2nd inning. 23 will be an out. It will be a ground out to short. Call that 6-3 as Lindor makes another solid play there in the defense. Jared Saltalamacchia, 64. That'll be a blank, and that'll be an out on Trevor Bauer's card. Out is going to be line out. We'll just call that a fly out to left field. And that brings up Mike Aviles. Uh-oh, 6-6. That is not what you want to... we're in the 2nd inning. Sorry, 54. Good thing for Cleveland, because we're now in the 2nd inning. 1st inning, it would have been a 66. 54 is going to be a check here with the base is empty. It's a fly ball to left field. That's Brantley. Roll versus area rating for an error. If an error, go to the exotic error charts. So for Brantley, Michael Brantley in left field, he's got an error of 0. So he did not make any errors. So no roll necessary. That'll just be a fly out to left. And that'll do it for the top of the 2nd. We will go to the bottom of the 2nd. Carlos Santana will lead things off here. And once again, I need to minimize these charts to get them out of the way. Okay, all right, so where are we? We're doing Carlos Santana here in the bottom of the 2nd. That's what we're doing. 2nd inning is a 64. 64 is a blank. 64 will be an out. And it will be a ground out to... T6 is a 6, so it's going to be ground out to short. So Aviles over to Cabrera at first for the out. Juan Uribe steps in, 2nd inning. He rolls a 65. That is off the pitcher card. Pitcher home run check is 1 to 5. And this one is going to be a 20. So no good there. We'll call that a fly ball to deep, deep center field. Romine back to the warning track and makes the catch. And that'll bring up Lonnie Chasenhall. Lonnie. And he rolled a 16. 16 will be an out. And this is going to be a pop-up high in the infield. Cabrera. The ball is going to take him just into foul territory. We'll call that a P3. And we're through 2 here at Progressive Field. Beautiful downtown Cleveland, Ohio. Just up the street from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And that brings up Austin Romine for the Detroit Tigers. We're in the 3rd inning. He rolled a 15. 15 will be an out, and that will be a line out to the 3rd baseman. Hit it hard, but right at Uribe. Juan Uribe. Couldn't think of his name there for a second. Had a little brain fart. So that is through once through the lineup. And that brings up Ian Kinsler now with 1 out, and we're in the 3rd inning. He rolled a 46. That's going to be a ballpark check. Here's the ballpark check for Ian Kinsler. And he rolls a 20-sided dice, and that'll be a 20. That's probably going to be 20. Goes to the 54 chart and uses the wildest section. Oh boy, we got a wild play here. We got bases empty, wildest. Pop-up to shallow left fielder, caught by the 3rd baseman. There's a collision. Roll a d6. If 5, the 3rd baseman is hurt. If 6, the shortstop is hurt. If 1, the left fielder is hurt. So big collision out there in shallow left field. We're just going to call that an F7. I don't like playing with injuries. I want my players to determine the outcome, not injuries. So unfortunately, just a pop fly to shallow center field. Big collision out there. It was kind of exciting, but no injury. J.D. Martinez, we're in the top of the 3rd inning. He rolls a 43. And 43 will be a out. Let's look up here. 43. That's what we're looking for. 43 is an out. Still an out. It's going to be ground out, hit hard to Napoli. Napoli flips it over to Bauer, covering first. We'll call that a 3-1 on the play, and we're through triple noggin knocker. That's right. How many games have triple noggin knockers on them? Not very many. So we're at the bottom of the 3rd now. Still no score, and it's going to be Chris Jimenez for Cleveland. He's the starting catcher today, if I'm not mistaken. So let's see what he can do against Michael Fulmer. And we're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 35 is going to be an out. And that is going to be a pop-up to short. P6 on the play if we're keeping score at home. And Cleveland went through the lineup. We got Raji Davis coming back up. 53, this is going to be a defensive check. What kind of defensive check is it going to be? It's going to be a range check to the 2nd baseman. That's Kinsler. Ian Kinsler. Oh, Kinsler, where's your card? Just so you know, what I'm doing is I've got these sheets on my other screen. So that way I have all the ratings and everything ready to go at a moment's notice. Unfortunately, I have to keep them kind of to the side so I can see the chat. And who are we doing? What are we doing? We're doing Ian Kinsler. Kinsler range is a 10. Let's see if he makes the play or it gets through. It is a 2. He makes the play. Is that Kinsler scoops it up, throws it to first in plenty of time. And that brings up Jason Kipnis. Jason waits on the pitch, and here it comes. And I'm going to move this back slightly so I can get a little bit better grip on these cards. So 3rd inning, 62 is going to be an out, and that will be a He is a lefty, so it's going to be ground out to first. And this time Cabrera takes it to the bag himself. And we're through 3 innings here at Progressive Field. We'll go ahead and give everything a quick shuffle. We got plenty of fast action cards, as you can see here. I just take a certain section of them and shuffle them up just so I can make it a little bit more manageable. So far, only 3 hits in the ball game. We do have an error on the board, but no score here at Progressive Field. No score. So we want to thank Dave Little and Brandon Baker for coming out to the ball game today. And we'll put those as a replacement right there. We'll just set those out of the way. All right, we'll put the Cleveland Indians card right here. Unfortunately, I can't actually see what's broadcasting because I got all these other windows in the way, but as long as I can see the chat, I'm sure the chat will let me know if something funky happens. Like all of a sudden if my screen goes off or whatever. So we're in the top of the 4th inning, and it's going to be Cabrera. Cabrera, 4th inning, rolls a 14. 14 is a hit by pitch and a 1-2, and he's got himself 4th inning, a 5, so no hit by pitch. It'll be an out, and the out is, he's a right-hander. It's grounded out down the line to Uribe at 3rd base. He'll throw it across the diamond on target for the out. I'll bring up Victor Martinez. We're in the 4th inning. 45 is blank. On Bauer, 45 is an out. And the out is going to be ground out to second, 4-3 on the putout. So that brings up Justin Upton. Captain Carl, what's going on, my friend? Good to see you. Kind words you said earlier about stuff, so I appreciate the kind words on the live stream tonight. So that was super cool. So Justin Upton, 4th inning, 52. This is going to be an error check on somebody. Let's see what it's going to be. It's going to be 52. Second baseman. It's going to be a 2-base error, and this Kipnis can make this. Jason Kipnis error is a 4. Let's see what we get in the 4th inning. 4th inning, and it's a 2. He makes a 2-base error as he cannot get that one corralled and then throws it away. And Upton's going to make it all the way. So we'll call that an E2, E4. And Upton's going to make it all the way to second. So Justin Upton. Nick Castellanos, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Is that going to come back to bite the Indians? Let's find out. And we're in the 4th still. So 14 is going to be a swing and a miss. A fastball, 97-mile-an-hour fastball on the corner. And Bauer pumps his fist as he heads to the dugout. We go to the bottom of the 4th. And it's the man, the legend, the myth, Francisco Lindor. And he rolls a 12. That will be a swing and a miss by Lindor. 1 up, 1 down. Michael Brantley. 51, we're going to have another error check. This time it's on the first baseman. That is Cabrera. Cabrera at first is a 5 rating. And he rolls a 17, so he makes the fine play there. Bobbles it for a second. But then Fulmer covers the bag just in time to get Brantley out by a step. Mike Napoli, and 65. This is hit well. It's off the pitcher's card. Fulmer, 1-5, and this one is gone. He rolls deep back to the warning track. J.D. Martinez leaps up and makes the catch. The crowd oohs and ahs. We'll call that an F9, and that's going to do it. Napoli gave it a ride, just didn't get all of that one. So you go to the 5th, and it is Jared Saltalamacchia. Saltalamacchia. For those of you spelling at home. And how many of you would have got that right? Saltalamacchia. Not many, I bet. Let's see, we're in the 5th. 61. Up here, 61 is blank. 61 on Bauer is swing and a miss. Let's see how Bauer's doing. Bauer's pitched 4 1/3, giving up 2 hits, no walks, 4 strikeouts. Even though he's having actually a bad day, it's all worked in his favor. Mike Aviles, 5th inning, says 53. This is going to be a range play for somebody. That's going to be to the third baseman, Uribe. He probably doesn't have much of a range out there. Actually, his range is a 15. That's surprising. Let's see if he makes the play, and he rolls a 5. So that is a good play by Uribe. Backhand, knocks it down from his knees across the diamond. Got him in time. Andrew Romine up, and he rolled a 64, which will be an out, and that is going to be a fly out to left. And it is another 1-2-3 inning as Bauer is really throwing some darts out there, keeping the Detroit hitters off balance. Fulmer's keeping up with Bauer's pitch by pitch here. We're halfway home here at Progressive Field. Carlos Santana rolls in 11. That will be a walk. Our first walk, I believe, given up by either pitcher today. And Carlos Santana heads down to first. That brings up Juan Uribe. Let's see what Uribe's stats are so far this season. He's had 67 at-bats, 18 hits, 3 home runs, 12 RBIs, 3 walks, 17 strikeouts, 269 average for Juan Uribe. Let's see if he can do some damage this time. And he rolls a 41. 41 is blank. 41 will be back-to-back walks given up by Fulmer. So just like that, 2 men on and nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th. And Lonnie Chasenhall's coming up. Lonnie Chasenhall. 41, we just had this one. 41 is going to be another walk. And the bases are juiced. 3 walks in a row given up by Fulmer. And Salto Amaki heads out to the mound to find out if there's something wrong with Fulmer. He's just not getting the calls by the umpire right now. He doesn't want to see another 41 show up on any of these cards. Defense is going to play in. Let's see what happens. 5th inning, 44. 44. Oh boy. And this is hit by Chasenhall. And it is going to be 17 is going to be a single by Chasenhall. And Santana's coming in. Uribe's coming around. And let's see. It went to... Got to figure out where it went. Now it matters because of whether or not he's got a weak arm. Let's see. Upton. He's got an average arm. Romine has got a strong arm. And JD Martinez has got actually a weak arm. So it doesn't matter where it was hit. Damn, we were in the 5th inning. He rolled a 44. Which said, flip up another card to find out if it was a double or a single. It is a single. But it does not tell us where it went to. Oh, right here it does. Base hit to left field. Duh. There we go. I figured it out. Everyone relax. Alright, so it was hit to left field. Santana comes in. Uribe heading around. And they're going to hold him. And so everyone's going to take a base on that. But the bases are still loaded, and I believe that's going to be it for Fulmer. And they're going to be bringing in a substitute here. We're in the 5th inning. So I think they're going to bring in Farmer here. If I can find his card, that is. They're going to bring him in. Buck Farmer is going to come in. He's going to come in over here, though. And now we got to see what kind of pitching day he's going to have. 15, which is, oh, he's going to have a bad day, too. So that's not going to help either. So Buck Farmer's coming in for Detroit. Bases loaded. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th. And Chris, oh, that was him. So it's back to Raji Davis now. So Raji Davis can blow things open for Cleveland with a big hit. We're in the 5th. He rolls a 61. 61 is going to be swing and a miss by Raji Davis. What's Raji done? So, 66 at-bats, had 14 hits, 1 home run, 6 RBIs, 3 walks, 21 strikeouts, 212 average. And he struck out again, so that's not what you wanted to see. So first out is a big one. Now the defense is going to play back. They're willing to give up a run for another out. They do not want Cleveland getting a big inning. Jason Kipnis is up. And we're in the 5th inning, so that is a 25. That will be an out. What kind of out is it? It is going to be a pop-up high. Castellanos is calling for it in foul territory and makes the catch. So no advancement by the runners. So we'll call that pop out to third. So 2 quick outs as Farmer comes in, does his JOB, and it's Francisco Lindor. Bases still loaded, only 1 run in so far. 26, and that is going to be base hit single, and it is going to be hit to left field. Coming in to score is going to be Uribe, Chasen Hall. Chasen Hall, what is his speed rating? Lonnie, what's your speed rating there, buddy? He is a fast runner, and he will score as well on the single. And so 2 runs come in off the bat of Francisco Lindor. And now it's 3-0. Michael Brantley is up. And, he rolled a 22, but 22 is a strikeout. So even the doubles, normally your doubles are your good ones, but not for Michael Brantley. He only hit 231 on the season. He strikes out on a 2-2. If it would have been a 3-3, he might have walked. But not this time. But that is 3 runs in for Cleveland, and they've given Trevor Bauer a 3-0 lead. We go to the top of the 6th, and it's Andrew. No, it's not Andrew. We finished with Andrew last time. It's Ian Kinsler up. 6th inning, 34 is base hit off of Trevor Bauer. Back up the middle. That one couldn't be reached by either Lindor or Kipnis. And so Kinsler is trying to get things rolling for Detroit. That brings up J.D. Martinez. J.D., 6th inning, 53. It's a range check. It's going to be to third baseman, Uribe again. It's going to be a single, 1 star plus line into left field. On the 53, if Uribe can't make it, he's got a range of 15, though. Pretty solid. Is he going to make it? 8. So he's going to make the play. So, we got to go back and find out if he makes the play. It is gonna be let's see what we got here. Third baseman's got a strong arm. Wanurime, does he have a strong arm? Wanurime's an average arm. No. So if you would have had a strong arm, you would have started a triple play if there was runners on first and second. Otherwise, if there is no one, if one out, then a double play. If two outs, then a line out. There is nobody out, actually, but there is someone at first. So I think because he makes the range play, it's a line out. So it's just going to be a simple line out to third, and Kinsler will stay at first, I think, is what happened there by Martinez. Miguel Cabrera is up. Let's see what Miguel can do. 6th inning. 65. That was on the pitcher card. That is on the pitcher card. And Trevor Bauer is a 1-8 home run. And this one is hit well. And this one is going back to the wall. Raji Davis leaps up and makes a spectacular catch, robbing Cabrera of a home run. Holy cow. He had a 1-8 and he rolled a 9 on that. So what a play by Raji Davis in center field, taking the home run away from Miguel Cabrera. And still, Detroit's no one on the board with 2 outs, and up Victor Martinez. 12, and Martinez swings at a bad pitch out of the zone. Frustration for Detroit as they had runs taken away by the good defense by the Indians here in the top of the 6th. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Buck Farmer still pitching against Mike Napoli. And 43. It's going to be a walk. Another walk given up by Detroit pitching. Carlos Santana rolls an 11, and that is back-to-back walks again. Cleveland with the good eye. And that's going to be it for Buck Farmer as he's hit his limit here. And it looks like they're going to bring in they're going to bring in they're going to bring in the lefty Ryan. I think they're going to bring in Ryan here. Kyle Ryan. Yeah, that sounds like a good option. We're going to bring in Kyle Ryan to make the old substitution. Let's see what day Kyle Ryan's going to have. We're in the 6th inning. He rolls a 5. Uh-oh, that's going to be an excellent day. Well, he's going to be facing off against Wanuribe. 2 on, nobody out for the Indians. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Uh-oh, 3-3. 3-3. And we're going to flip another card to find out. It's either a hit by pitch, a strikeout, or an out. And that one is going to be a 3. And 1-3 was a hit by pitch. So Uribe gets hit on the shoulder on the first pitch by Kyle Ryan. And the bases are loaded once again for the Tribe with nobody out. Lonnie Jason Hall, so far, I believe he has got himself an RBI in this game, doesn't he? No? No, he popped up to first and he walked, right. Okay. So let's see what Wani Chisenhall can do this time. 54. We're going to the 54 chart with men on base. Uh-oh, this is going to get crazy. With men on base, we go to the Wilder chart. Men on base Wilder chart. Framing the pitch, refer to the catcher's range rating. In this case, that is Salto Amakia. His range is an N. If the home N gets strike 3, away N gets ball 4. So Salto Amakia can't frame it, and that is going to be a walk to Chisenhall, and they're going to walk in a run. And the Tribe are up 4-0. I love how just some of the things that Fall Classic adds in the game that you just don't see in other games like that, you know. Whether it's going to be a walk or a strikeout based on the catcher's ratings. So still bases loaded and nobody out. 4-0. Chris Jimenez is coming in. I gotta flip these over. Chris Jimenez, and he's got himself a 63. That'll be an out. What kind of out is it? Uh-oh, here we go. He's a right-hander, so it's ground out to short. We have bases loaded. It's a fielder's choice at second. 6-4 is the put out. If you have a fast runner at first, which is Chisenhall, is Chisenhall fast? He is fast. So the guy in first actually gets there in time, and they take the run out at first. So it's going to be a 6-3 put out. The only place they can go is to get the runner out at first, but that's going to score another run. And now it's Raji Davis. 1 out, 2 in. Defense will come in. 45 is an out. 45 is an out. It's going to be a fly out to center, and the tag up by Uribe, and he's going to come in to score. So that's going to be a fly out to center field, but he is going to come home on the sacrifice fly as Raji Davis hit it deep enough. 2-away now for Jason Kipnis, and those walks are really coming back to hurt Detroit right now. Uh-oh, Kipnis rolls we are in the 6th inning, right? 44. We're going to find out, is it a double? And it is 17. Nope, it's going to be a single. And runner on second will hold at third on the single. So Kipnis keeps things rolling for Francisco Lindor. Runners at the corners. They're going to leave the lefty in and see if he can get through this inning. 15, and yep, that'll be an out. And, yeah, I don't think I need to be flipping as many cards as I do, because I can just look at the out and then just look at there. So I'm just going to do that from now on, just to speed things up. So we'll call that a 6-3 ground out to short. So, Al, Red Sox fan, what's going on? Good to see ya. So Lindor grounds out, but the damage is done. Cleveland up 6-0 here at home. And Trevor Bauer, and even though he's not having his greatest of outings, is still up and still pitching. And we'll go through a bunch of more here. Shuffle up some of these cards. Alright, we'll just give her a couple cuts here. There, that looks good. Alright. So, Trevor Bauer coming out for the 7th. Let's see what he can do against Justin Upton. 7th inning, 25 will be an out, and he is a right-hander, so that's ground out to third. 5-3 Uribe, man, I'm telling you, he's playing a good game today. He's made several range plays. Every ball that's come to him, he's made a decent play. So 1 up, 1 down there for Justin Upton. Nick Castellanos, 55. That one's hitting the gap. No one's catching that one. That was bouncing off the wall, chasing all. He's tracking it down, and Castellanos is going to cruise in with a stand-up double for the Tigers. Saltalamacchia. 51. We're going to check some defense here. 51. And I'm just trying to see, should I flip to the next card or not? Probably should. All right. So on to 51 is going to be a first baseman error check. That is Napoli. Let's see what Napoli error. Oh, that's not good. He's a 15. Okay, well, let's see. Oh, he rolled a 16. Unbelievable. You know it's your day when you got a 1 to 15 error check in the 7th inning. And 1 to 15, and you roll a 16. I don't know. I can't see my screen if that's even coming in for you guys to see that or not. But I don't know. Let's flip over to the screen so you can. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. 7th inning, 16. 1 to 15, and he gets a 16. Unbelievable. So he'll take it to the bag himself. And Castellanos will make it over to third. And Mike Aviles, 2 outs, top of the 7th. 3-3. And we got to roll to see what it is. 33 is going to be a 20, which will be an out. And that's going to be a fly out to center. And just like that, promising. And it's gone away. And Detroit's going to have to bring in a new pitcher. We are in the 7th inning. We got a lefty and then a righty and then a switch hitter. So I guess they're going to bring in the lefty, B. Hardy. Everyone should try to be Hardy. Blaine Hardy. There we go. Let's see what kind of day Blaine's going to have. In the 7th inning, he rolled a 9, which is an average day. No problem with that. So Brantley back up. And he rolled a 21. That'll be a fly ball. And that one's going out to Upton in left field. They'll make the snag. And that brings up Napoli. Napoli will get a ground out back to the pitcher. Hardy knocks it down, gets off the mound, throws it over to Cabrera. We'll go 1-3 on the putout if you're scoring at home. And Santana, 42, will be a walk. So Santana takes a free pass. Another walk given up by Detroit pitching. Uribe having a great defensive day. Hey, Double D, how you doing? Uribe, 51. That is going to be a third baseman check. That's Castellanos. Castellanos. Over at third base, error check is, yes, it's an error check. He's a 4. Can he make the play? 14, he makes the play. 5-3 on the putout, and that's going to do it for the 7th. We go to the 8th. Austin Romine, and they're going to leave Bauer out there, at least to start the 8th. You know what? I think they might actually take him out. Although Shaw is their setup man. He's... You know what? They are going to change. They're going to bring in Artero today. Normally they bring him in the 7th inning. They're going to bring him in the 8th inning. Should be able to find his card pretty quickly here. There's Dan Otero. So Trevor Bauer's day is done. And they're going to bring in Dan Otero. Let's see what kind of day Dan's going to have in the 8th inning. He rolled a 5. That's going to be an excellent day. And he's going to be facing off against Romine. Uh-oh, 2-2. And we got to see what kind of check that's going to be. In the 8th inning, that is an 8. And 4-11 will be a walk. So, first walk given up by Cleveland pitching. That brings up Kinsler. Tribe up 6-0 here in the top of the 8th. Kinsler, 35 will be an out. It's going to be ground out to the pitcher with the runner at first. It's a fielder's choice unless the pitcher's got a strong arm. Dan Otero, do you have a strong arm? Dan, where are you, Dan? Dan Otero is right there, and he has got, what's your ratings? Strong arm. So Otero knocks it down, snags it out of the air, whips it to the shortstop, Windor, who throws it on to first. That is a 1-6-3 double play. 1-6-3. Just what the doctor ordered if you're a Tribe fan. J.D. Martinez. Oops. J.D. Martinez. And we're going to have a 54 check with the bases empty. Bases empty. It's a fly ball to center field. We're going to roll against Raji Davis's error. He's a 6. Let's find out if he makes the play. And we rolled an 11. So he's going to make the play. No error there. Fly ball to center. And the Tribe are through. 3 outs away from a Tribe victory here at home. Blaine Hardy against Chasen Hall. 6-0 Tribe. And 32 will be an out. And that's going to be a ground out to first. We'll go 3-1 on the put out. Chris Jimenez. An 11, swing and a miss. 2 up, 2 down. And back to the top of the lineup, Raji Davis. 15. That will be a check to see what it is. 15 on a 15 is going to be an out. So going to be fly ball to right field. It was going to be a strikeout or an out. But, you know, sometimes you just have to check. So we're in the 9th. And they're going to leave Otero out there to face off against Cabrera. In the 9th, 3-3. And that's a base hit over the head of Kipnis for Cabrera. Martinez, 64 will be an out. It's a ground out to first with a runner at first. It's a fielder's choice 3-6. If the first baseman is a strong arm, it's a double play. That is Napoli. Nope, he's got an average arm. So it's going to be a 3-6 put out. So Martinez makes it up in time. Upton, 32 out. That's going to be line out to the first baseman. There is no white die. I wish they wouldn't have done this on these. Well, I guess I could see. Let's see. We rolled. What did we roll? We rolled a 32. So it'd be a 2 on the white dice. It's a line out to second, actually. Line out to second. And the Tigers are done their last out. Nick Castellanos, the last hope for the Tigers in the 9th. Ooh, 2-2. And that's going to be a base hit single. And the runner at first is Victor Martinez. He is super slow, so he will stop at second. And they was, you know what? I think they're going to have to put someone else in. Hate to do it with just one batter left, but we'll put in Tommy Hunter. Tommy Hunter is going to come in. Let's find out what kind of day Tommy Hunter is going to have. He's 4. That's going to be another A day. Saltamakia, unless they pinch hit for him. Hunter's coming in. Saltamakia, who do you have on the bench? Anybody that can do anything? 209, 221, 255. You do have McCann who can play catcher. Yeah, I think we're just going to let Saltamakia. It's 6-0. So we're just let Saltamakia get away. And he's swing and a miss. And this one is a hometown win for your tribe. Trevor Bauer improves to 2-0. Michael Fulmer drops to 1-1. The MVP, Trevor Bauer, and even though he rolled a C day, which is normally your worst outing, but even though he had a worst outing, it was still good enough to propel the tribe to another win over Detroit. So let's auto play the rest of today, and if I'm smart, I would bring up our OBS and get rid of this little screen. How do I get rid of this little screen? Like that? There we go. All right, so Cleveland now 1 game up on the White Sox and 3 games up on Detroit. They took 2 of 3 at home from the Tigers. Now they go and play on the road 3 at Kansas City. Next start will be tomorrow. Danny Salazar against Venturia. So Salazar for the tribe. Ventura for the Royals. 3 in Kansas City. Let's see. Kansas City's record is 12-15. They're 5 games back. Let's check out what happened in today's schedule. For those of you guys at home, check out your favorite team. In 12 innings, Baltimore upsets the Bronx Bombers 6-5. Boston takes out Chicago 3-2. That's actually good for us as Chicago loses. And of course, Cleveland blanks Detroit, a 6-hit shutout by Trevor Bauer, 6-0. Seattle 6-2 over Houston. And Toronto takes out Texas 5-3. In the National League, the Schmubs beat the Nationals 3-1. Cincinnati 2-1 winners against Milwaukee. In 12 innings, Arizona takes out Miami 5-3. The Mets all over the Padres 14-8. San Francisco clobbers Colorado 10-2. And in St. Louis, beautiful Busch Stadium, the Cardinals improved to 14-15 on the season, taking out Philadelphia 1-0. The win goes to Jaime Garcia. So that is your look at the day of May 5th, 2016. With some Fall Classic with the Fast Action cards. I haven't actually used the Fast Action cards other than just to get the out results. I normally just roll and then just look for the out results on these. So I was just trying to figure out how the little matrix things work. But, I mean, once we got rolling on it, I think we did pretty good, I'll have to say. So there you go. That is another Tribe victory. 16-9 on the season. And in first place. You can't fault me for that for a change. Dave Little, thanks for coming out. Double D, thanks for coming out. Captain Carl, thanks for coming out. Al Red Sox fan, thanks for coming. Brandon Baker, everyone else that came on stopped in, say hi. That's we do appreciate it. And I got in the mood to do some baseball tonight after watching, of course, Dave Gardner and the live stream he had with Al and Ron and RJL. So I decided I was just sitting here like in the dark watching videos, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to throw another game on the channel. Why not? I don't care if it's 12 o'clock. Let's do it. We did this game in, let's see, how long did it take us? Didn't take us very long. The stream's only been going 55 minutes, and I've been yakking for 5 minutes after the game, and it took us like 5 minutes to get into the game. So, like 45 minutes you can play this game. I think it's really solid. I think you guys, if you're not playing Fall Classic, if you haven't looked at it, I would say you're missing out. That's just my opinion. I think it's a really solid game. I think it plays really fast. You can get the fast action. There's multiple ways to play it. You can use the fast action. You can use the dice and the charts. You can play it on Excel. You can, use your computer and just score it on your computer like we did the last one. So multiple different ways to do it quickly and easily. The defensive charts, which, I think I showed you guys this before, but all your ratings and all your stats, you just print these out. You have them on your table. So anytime you get a call for, like a range play or an error check or anything, you just look at your chart. You can look and see what their ratings are. You don't have to write these down every time you're doing your own scorecards. So anyways, Fall Classic. The actual cards, I've got the actual cards, not the 2016 season, but the actual cards are really nice. They're kind of expensive, but you're paying quality money for lots and lots of cards, right? So I mean, this is just like one team. This is Cleveland here, so you get all these cards, all the players, all the fringe players. You're not paying extra for that. You get it all with them. In fact, you get all the pitchers have cards as well. So you can see here, here's Corey Kluber's card, right? He only had 4 at-bats the whole season. He's not going to have much. Oh, he does have a couple doubles on here, doesn't he? Well, here's Dan Otera's batting card. Trevor Bauer's. He had 5 at-bats with no hits, no nothing. So everything's a strikeout because that's all he did was strike out, I guess. Anywho's, yeah. Fall Classic, definitely one of my top games. You can check out CP Cards and Dice. He finally decided to jump on the bandwagon as well. About time. But there it is. Game number, whatever number this is. We're 16 and 9. So that would be what? Game 25? No, we are, 16 and 9. 25. 25 games into the season. And I just put the Detroit team in with the Cleveland. I meant to do these guys. There, that's even better. So now I got to get out the next team, which is going to be the Kansas City Royals. We'll see you all for that one next time. Thanks for coming out. Have a good night, guys. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.